What's good, everyone? Welcome back for another session. It is about a little past 4 o'clock in the morning. I happen to be up working, and I did see that the next DokkanFest units post 8th anniversary has been announced and officially released, so I did want to cover this real quickly. As expected, as people saw, I think yesterday, that the next DokkanFest is in fact Super 17, so it is an extreme strength type, but the starting position is basically the Android 17 and Hellfighter 17 as kind of the combination units, and then transforming into the Super 17 through active skill. So in terms of the leader skill itself, it looks like combination or target Goku categories get Ki plus 3, HP attack and defense increase 170%. In addition, Android category units will get a further HP attack and defense increase of 30% as well. Now, in terms of the super attack ability, if we move over to the right over here, looks like raises attack and then raises defense for 1 turn, along with causing immense damage. In terms of the passive skill for this unit, pre-transformation or pre-active skill, it looks like base of Ki plus 2 attack and defense increase 100%. If you've got extreme type allies on the turn or rotation, additional Ki plus 1 attack and defense increase to 70%. Upon activating a super attack, you'll get an additional attack and defense increase to 70%, and then guaranteed additional attack with a medium chance of that becoming a super attack. And then 4 turns from showing up, looks like there's a super type enemy, additional guaranteed super attack, and then once I guess like for every attack that turn, you'll get a crit activation and evasion percentage increase of 17%. In terms of like the fused active skill, looks like the condition itself is starting from the 5th turn from battle, and if HP is 70% or less, and that's basically the only requirement. Now, in terms of like the links overall pre-transformation, it looks like you've got I think it's Coward or potentially Brutal Beatdown. I can't remember on top of my head, but you've got Androids, Shocking Speed, GT, I think it's Nightmare, Fear and Faith, and then Fierce Battle. And then in terms of the categories that this unit applies on, you've got the combination, or I guess joined forces, target Goku, androids, artificial life forms, inhuman deeds, power of absorption, GT bosses. What is that? Meo Kaketai Tatakai is like faithful battle, I guess, and then like fused warriors, or fused or co-joined warriors, whatever that official category name is for it on the global side. Alright, so once you transform, looks like a couple of things will change, obviously, but the first thing that pops out is Fused Fighter is replacing the Coward or Brutal Beatdown Link. In terms of the super attack ability, it looks like for 1 turn, greatly raises attack and defense, along with causing immense damage, also greatly lowers defense. And then based on just kind of looking through this earlier, it is an interesting skill set with passive where from a base standpoint you get Ki plus 3, attack and defense increase of 170%, and then upon activating a super attack you'll get an additional attack increase of 170%, 34% damage reduction, and then so basically between like the 4 turns from initially showing up, looks like additional damage reduction of 17%, and then for every attack where once an attack is received during that turn, guaranteed a additional attack with a high chance of becoming a super attack, and then for every attack received you'll get a defense increase of 17%, maximum 170%, and then if you got a super type ally, let's see, yeah, if there's a super type ally or a super type enemy, looks like medium chance of crits activating, and then at the beginning of the turn, if HP is 70% or less, looks like you're going to be able to cancel out the projectile base attacks, and then recovers like 34% of the damage like received or would have received from that. And then the last condition, it looks like if HP is 34% or less, you'll be able to kind of foresee the enemy super attack. So that's kind of in a nutshell the overall unit. It seems like, you know, you definitely do want to put this unit potentially in the first slot to receive that attack first, and then, you know, take advantage of all the other skill sets. But again, those are based on like turn criteria too, so or yeah, like turn limits or whatever the case is. So it'll be an interesting unit, definitely heavily on the defensive side for sure. So we'll see how that unit performs. I think the other one, which is the I guess you know, whatever the non-featured DokkanFest unit or whatever the case may be for the labeling standpoint, but you do have Dr. Mew and Dr. Gero, whichever. Looks like leader skill target Goku category key +3, HP attack and defense increase 130%. For the super attack, looks like for one turn greatly raises defense along with causing supreme damage, and looks like for the passive skill, base of attack and defense increase 150%. Looks like upon activating a super attack, you'll get an additional attack and defense increase 100%. And target Goku allies will get key +1, attack and defense increase of 30%. If you're able to obtain at least 3 key spheres for 2 turns, additional target Goku allies will get key +1, attack and defense increase of 20%. And if you're facing a Goku named enemy, additional attack and defense increase of 150%, effectively guard against all types. And then at the beginning of the turn, if HP is 70% or less, you'll be able to foresee all enemy super attacks. That is actually pretty interesting. I kind of like how they specifically said all enemies. So, you know, this is probably more or less like a Super Battle type unit where it's especially against, you know, the Goku type units, or, you know, you're boosting up the target Goku allies on the team. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I think in terms of the links, it looks like Prodigies, Thirst for Conquest, GT, I don't know, Kagakusha is like scientist equivalent, so I don't know what the English term for that is, but Nightmare, Fear and Faith, and then Fierce Battle. And then in terms of category, it's a little bit limited to 4 with target Goku combination / duo forces or joined forces, Conquest, you know, Conquest of Terror, and then what was that? Xenosan. It's like, man, it's been a while. Like, I want to say Brainiacs, but it's more or less like it's the leader skill that the strength LR Vegito has. I can't remember on top of my head. I'll put that in the pinned comment. But either way, this is pretty much the format of you know, the units coming up. So obviously it's GT related content. So we'll see what the overall theme is here. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on it. I think they'll, you know, these are kind of like, you know, stuff you see on paper from, you know, skill set standpoint. So without seeing the unit in action, it's kind of hard to really tell how good this unit is. So, you know, we'll see how it plays out. But for the time being, hopefully you found the information helpful. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.